Welcome back. I'm Uday Pratap Singh. You're joining us on Newsx. Some breaking news coming in. Top of the hour. Sources have confirmed that Sonam Raghuvanshi plotted the murder of Raja Raghuvanshi over phone calls. Sources claim Sonam used to make phone calls to alleged lover Raj Kushwaha to plot the murder of a husband in Meghalaya. Sonam, of course, is in custody of Meghalaya police now, while Raj Kushwaha and other accused are going to be reaching Meghalaya very soon. Nibir Deka is joining us for more on this story. Nibir, the murder allegedly was planned of Raj Raghuvanshi through phone calls?
They had to do it in a very systematic manner, because you see that although the murder has happened in Meghalaya, but the planning began at their own home district, and also the weapon was, as per sources, was bought from Guwahati. So there are different states are involved, and as a result of that, this was a concerted planning done by Sonam and her and the people who are involved and the accused who are involved in this matter. And it required them to plan in a very systematic manner, because they were very careful of not to do all the things together in the same place. So they had bought the weapon from a different state, they had traveled from a different state, and they came to Meghalaya. They were not supposed to even come to Meghalaya as per sources. They were supposed to go to Kamakya Mandir in Guwahati, but later on, we are getting to know from our sources the existence of Sonam, that they came to Meghalaya, and they see the kind of planning which was done scooter to a remote jungle area. So they had got the scooter from the website. Usually when people come here, they usually get it on the market itself, but to get it from the website, so that they have to bypass, they can bypass the identification and all these other requirements which is necessary to get a scooter can be done. So this was a concerted planning done, and as a result of that, today she has been brought to Meghalaya. The Meghalaya police is looking into all the angles which will help them, uncover the entire modus operandi which led to the death of Raja Raghuvanshi.
Ellen Rao, former DCP, Delhi Police, is also joining us live. Ellen Rao, as far as, of course, this plot is concerned, reportedly the main accused were all communicating through phone calls. Through phone calls, the plot details were being shared between one another. Will this help the police?
Good morning. That is very important. These call detail records are very important to link the accused persons with this crime. And it seems to be a very pre-planned and conspiracy to commit murder of Raja Raghuvanshi. And definitely all the evidences which are available with the police. And I must congratulate to the Meghalaya police that how they could solve this blind murder case with a very short time. And because it was, why I'm saying this is a blind murder case, it was that the dead body was found after 2-3 days of his murder. And then apparently there was no clue, but with the passage of time, the investigating officers found out some more important clues about the this case, and what were the evidences available there at the spot. They were analyzed, and on the basis of those, this case was worked out. And after that, now after arrest of Sonam Raghuvanshi, definitely, and other accused persons, they have been confronted with their own statements, and this all corroboration of their statements are statements means disclosure statements. That further investigation is being carried out. And weapon offense, definitely what your representative was saying, that it was purchased from other state. It was a meticulous planning to commit this murder, so that they are not caught. And that was alibi was made that the Sonam was missing, and she was earlier she was treated as a victim, and now she is an accused. Totally, that case is very sensitive, and because this is a real murder of the poised relationship husband-wife. And I think that the parents, more parents, the mother of Sonam was definitely well aware of the illicit relations with Sonam and that Kushwaha. So all these things are now to be corroborated, and the investigating officers are collecting all the evidences, oral evidences, as well as the in this the scientific evidences, because this case is totally based on the circumstantial evidences, because there is no eyewitness in this case. And
Yes.
I can confirm that the circumstances evidences are so much of the crystal value that they may lead to the accused person to the conviction in this case.
All right, more breaking news in fact coming in now. Sonam Raghuvanshi is expected now to be taken to the Sessions Court by 10:30 am today. The Raja Raghuvanshi murder accused is currently lodged at Shillong police station. The other accused have now landed in Guwahati. They will be soon in Shillong. Nibir Deka is joining us for more on this story. Nibir, have the other accused now reached Shillong? Also, what time are they all expected to be taken to court?
Has already reached Shillong last night. She was taken to the Sadar police station. Today morning, she was taken to a hospital. It's a local hospital, Ganesh Das Hospital, and after which the other accused have already come to Guwahati. From Guwahati to Shillong, it is a 2-hour, 3-hour car ride. They are expected to be brought to Shillong in a vehicle, and after which they will also be taken to the court. They have a 72-hour remand. So the remand ends today. Before that, they have to be produced to the court. We are getting to know that around 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. Sonam is going to be produced to the court, after which they are also expected to do a crime scene recreation in Sohra district. Sohra district is around 3 hours, 2 hours away from Shillong. It's a very remote area, Cherrapunchi, very, flora and fauna. It's a jungle area. They'll be taken there. It's a very complicated terrain, and the police is expected to take the entire team of, the accused to that place, and after which they are also expected to seek additional
Yes, Ellen Rao, that's the procedure, of course. Sonam's medical was conducted. She will now be taken to court as well. Her further custody will be sought. All other accused also being brought to Shillong as we speak currently, Ellen Rao.
Yes, definitely. This is a procedure that whenever any person is remanded to police custody, he has to conduct the medical examination every 48 hours. This is a procedure, and it is done because their apprehension of being beaten by the police to the accused are to be isolated in this case, because every 48 hours during the police custody remand, if there is nothing found on the body, then it seems that she or he has not been beaten by the police. That is the idea behind this. That's why this medical examination of the accused is only a procedural medical examination, nothing more than that.
Okay. More breaking developments, in fact, coming in now this hour. Authorities are tracing the movement and collecting forensic evidence to ascertain more clarity in the case. Remember, accused Sonam Raghuvanshi will be in 3 days of custody now, of the Meghalaya police. Of course, they will try and seek an extension to that. Nibir Deka is live with us for more on this story. Nibir, forensics now also are important. It's important to, of course, collect evidence at this stage as well.
Factor in this investigation will be the forensics. So there, because the kind of the nature of the incident where Raja Raghuvanshi was, yesterday I spoke to the police. As per the post-mortem report, he was hit twice on the front as well as on the back. There is a machete which was recovered in the area where he was beaten and killed. So the forensic investigation has been ongoing since day one, but now the main what we are learning from our sources, that authorities are now specifically trying to trace the movement of the entire accused team when they came to Meghalaya. Secondly, they're trying to get the forensic evidences, collect the forensic evidences to strengthen the case, because they will have to file the case report, and the only way to make a strong case report will be to have proper forensic evidences as per the links that they are trying to establish, and what the police have revealed to us when we interacted with them, that the main concern and the main strategy for the Meghalaya police will now be going forward to focus on the forensic elements to make a strong case report on this entire particular matter.
All right. In fact, Ellen Rao continues to be live with us as well. Ellen Rao, a priority at this point to collect evidence. Forensics are being collected. Also, movement of the accused, what it was in Meghalaya, also now being tracked by the police. In fact, they could be made to recreate the crime scene as well.
Definitely, Vinit, this case, as I already told you, is totally depending upon the circumstantial evidence, and scientific evidence is very important in this matter, because all the corroboration with the movement and the locations of the mobile numbers of the accused persons is very important, and more particularly about the evidences which were bloods found at the spot, as well as the weapon which is a very sharp weapon which is used to cut the this animals. That is also I think that has been recovered, and that has to be sent to the forensic examination, as well as to the doctor who has conducted autopsy in this case, to corroborate whether the injuries on the body of the deceased can be possible with this weapon or not. These are all things are very much required to corroborate all the evidences against the accused persons. More importantly, in BNSS, Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanghita, now there is a very important role of scientific evidence has been explained in this BNSS, and that scientific evidence is more important during trial, and I think the police will concentrate on getting all these evidences to nail all the accused persons in this case, so that they are convicted for their offences which they have committed in this case in a very pre-planned and pre-planned manner.
All right. In fact, more breaking developments coming in on this big story. All accused of the Raja Raghuvanshi murder case are likely to be produced in the Sessions Court today. The Meghalaya police will be seeking extended remand for further investigation. Raj Kushwaha and other accused will soon be reaching Shillong. They will be produced in court along with Sonam Raghuvanshi. Nibir, what time is Sonam Raghuvanshi expected to be produced in court? Also, what time will the other accused be produced in court once they reach Shillong?
Well, she has already been taken to the hospital, and after which she's expected to be taken to the court around 10:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. And the other accused are already on their way to Shillong. First they'll come to Guwahati, and after which they'll need a vehicle to come to Shillong. It will take around 2 to 3 hours, and after which they are going to be produced to the court. The priority for the police is to produce them to the court today because of the 72-hour remand. They have already 2 days have gone. So if following the remand mandate, they have to be taken to the court, after which the main priority for the police will be to recreate the scene. Scene recreation is an important aspect in the entire investigation, which will give a better clarity to the investigating agencies, not just the Meghalaya police, because they're going to submit the report. And for that also, they'll need a proper clarity on how the entire escalation happened when the couple came to Meghalaya for their honeymoon. They firstly stayed in Shillong. They stayed in a guest house in Shillong, after which they took a scooty and they went to a very isolated place in the Sohra district, very beautiful place, and from conventional tourism wisdom. And so this entire thing has to be looked into from the ground angle. We are getting to hear a lot of elements that that Raja Raghuvanshi was murdered with a machete and all those things. But
yes,
how and when it happened, it transpired, that has been the key focus of the investigating agencies.
All right, more breaking news coming in now. Stay with us. According to police sources, Sonam Raghuvanshi is being questioned to trace her movements. She'll also be participating in a crime scene reconstruction. Ellen Rao is live with us, former DCP. Ellen Rao, as far as, of course, Sonam Raghuvanshi now, this interrogation is very, very crucial. What is likely to be the line of questioning, Ellen Rao, to reconstruct her movements in Meghalaya? She'll also, of course, be taken to those spots physically, but this interrogation also very important.
Yes, this main accused in this case seems to be Sonam Raghuvanshi, because there was a motive to kill Raja Raghuvanshi with the planning through his contract killers, and more particularly with Kushwaha, with whom she was having some illicit relations before marriage as well. Now, the interrogation of Sonam is very important to know the actual motive of this case, and for what purpose he was killed, and corroborating all the evidences, that is the location of mobile phones and the WhatsApp messages which are found, which are to be recovered from the mobile phones of all the accused persons. They are to be corroborated, and with all thorough interrogation of Sonam as well as other accused persons, their statements will be corroborated, and if there is any contradiction in their statement, then they will be again interrogated thoroughly, just to link all the evidences in this case. And recreation of the scene of crime is also very important, and that will be done with the accused persons who had really actually committed this crime, so that police can reach to the conclusion as to in what manner this case was, this murder case was committed by the accused persons. So all these things are very important with the point of collection of investigation evidences in this case, and to prove a very solid case against the accused persons in this manner. Really.
Okay, let me in fact quickly get in some more breaking news in fact coming in on this big story. According to the claims of Meghalaya police, Sonam Raghuvanshi had spent 2 days with Raj Kushwaha in Indore after her husband Raja Raghuvanshi's murder. Meghalaya police claim Sonam Raghuvanshi stayed in Indore from 25th to 27th, following which she left Indore.
Yes, yes, because all these evidences which are very relevant to connect the circumstances of this case, because as I told you, the total case is depending on the circumstantial evidences, and to prove those circumstantial evidences, the evidences are this, all the physical evidences as well as scientific evidences are very much required,
yes,
to prove this case.
This is Etihab also joins us now from Indore. Etihab, Sonam Raghuvanshi had reportedly come to Indore for 2 days after the murder of her husband.
See, Uday, there were reports from Meghalaya that she had stayed in Indore, and Raj Kushwaha, one of the main accused, was along with her for 2 days. And after staying here, she had left Indore. These were the claims made by the Meghalaya police. Whereas yesterday, when I spoke to Additional Crime DCP, he said that basically they denied it yesterday. His interrogation of one of the accused, the searching operation was going on, and that was the time when they actually did not confirm that. But I am knowing from my sources that yes, definitely they had, and even these claims were made by Raja Raghuvanshi's brother Vipin when I had an interview with him last night, and he categorically stated that what Meghalaya police has said, it is true. Whereas we are coming to know that there is a probable chances, though we are yet to receive any confirmation from Indore police or crime branch. Possibly we'll be getting a version on that also. But yes, definitely the indications were very clear that she had stayed in Indore. She came after the murder was committed. She came to Indore, stayed with Raj Kushwaha, one of the main accused today.
All right, more breaking news, in fact, coming in on the broadcast. According to our sources, Sonam Raghuvanshi's mother was aware about her affair with Raja, during the time of their marriage. Furthermore, sources are revealing that Sonam's father and her brother Govind Raghuvanshi were not aware about the situation. Etihab, who were the family members who were aware of these illicit relations of Sonam?
Yesterday night, I was along with Raja Raghuvanshi's brother, and on an exclusive in-depth interview, we had a long conversation, and that conversation was played on Newsx exclusively. He claimed that there is 100% possibility that Sonam Raghuvanshi's mother knew about this relationship with Raj Kushwaha and Sonam. And in fact, as far as when the marriage took place, there was a gap of timing. The Raja Raghuvanshi's family was actually willing to commence this marriage after some time, whereas Sonam Raghuvanshi's mother, she was very much adamant to get married as soon as possible. And there are possibilities that what Vipin Raghuvanshi, Raja's brother, told me that Sonam's father and her brother, they did not know about this relationship, whereas these claims are made by Raja Raghuvanshi's brother. Let us not forget one thing, that Raja Raghuvanshi's brother Vipin Raghuvanshi and Sonam's brother Govind Raghuvanshi were absolutely in touch from the entire episode, because Govind Raghuvanshi and Vipin Raghuvanshi, they had been to Shillong in search of Raja and Sonam. And he also told me that even yesterday he had a conversation with Sonam's brother, and he had even asked him that if in case everything goes against his sister, what will be the stand of Govind Raghuvanshi? Whereas, let me come back to the point, Uday. He was very clear about the fact that father and brother did not have any clue
Ellen Rao,
about
this is an
that
interesting
relationship.
twist. Father and brother of Sonam Raghuvanshi did not know reportedly. The mother was aware of these illicit relations even at the time of the marriage.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. Yes, yes, that is a very important aspect of this case, because father was time and again was demanding that her daughter is being implicated in this case falsely, and he was asking for CBI probe. But definitely, if it is correct that Sonam's mother was well aware of this relationship, then it becomes very more important to corroborate the illicit relation of Sonam with Kushwaha. So this is the motive. A very important aspect of this investigation is the motive of this murder, because without any motive, established motive, the murder case cannot be made successful. Then if the statement of mother of Sonam is recorded by the police, that she was aware of the relationship, that will be strengthening this case, Uday. And this more important is aspect of this case is definitely that corroboration of all the evidences, and strong that CCTV footage, if there is any found in the hotel, or any other accused persons are seen in that, that is also very important. But that scene of occurrence is very much important, and the whatever physical evidence is, that is blood, clothes, weapon offense, and any other aspect, and that the scooty which was purchased online, that is also very important piece of evidence. And I think the police will definitely corroborate all these chain of evidences in this case to prove their case.
Yes, more breaking news in fact coming in now. Is accused Sonam's family demands a CBI probe in the Meghalaya honeymoon murder case. According to sources, Sonam's family has assured Raja Raghuvanshi's family that if she is found guilty, they will end their relations with her. This is the big news coming in from our sources. Ehtiyab Sheikh is joining us for more on this story. Ehtiyab, interesting CBI investigation demand being made now by the family of Sonam. Meanwhile, they've assured Vipin Raghuvanshi they will end relations with her if she is found guilty. Is this a face saver?
See, Uday, this was a version given by Raja Raghuvanshi's brother Vipin Raghuvanshi, who is in close contact with Sonam's brother Govind Raghuvanshi. And in fact, as far as this particular statement was concerned, he has categorically specified that he had a word with Govind Raghuvanshi relating to this matter. And in fact, Govind has assured that he will be ending a relationship, whereas the stand of Sonam Raghuvanshi's father and mother remains the same. They are still asking for a CBI probe into this matter, and they are pleading that Sonam has been falsely framed into this entire episode. Definitely, it's a family matter, and in fact, as far as both these families were concerned, they were well connected with each other. Though,
is that necessary at this stage, Ellen Rao, a CBI investigation?
Yes, so that definitely I must tell you that CBI investigation cannot be given on the at the instance of the accused persons or his family. Normally, I am saying like that, and because the Meghalaya police is doing a wonderful job in this investigation. They have worked it out, this blind murder case, and there is no suspicion that why the Meghalaya police will implicate these persons falsely in this case. So there is no chance of this CBI investigation, because CBI investigation is already recommended by the state government. And in this case, I think the state government is definitely behind the Meghalaya police, and they are recommending that they have done a very good work. And in that case, if the
Ellen Rao and Ehtiyab Sheikh, thank you very much for joining us on this big story. All the 4 accused in the Raja Raghuvanshi murder case have been brought now to Shillong Sadar Police Station after obtaining their 7-day transit remand for further investigation in the case. These are the breaking updates coming in. All the 4 accused have now reached Shillong Sadar Police Station. Raj Kushwaha, Vicky Thakur, Vishal Singh, Chauhan Kurmi, Anand Kurmi and Akash Rajput, they've all reached Shillong. Sonam Raghuvanshi is also in Shillong currently. In other news now, search operations have been launched in the Noor area in the Samba district of Jammu and Kashmir. Searches have been launched near the Navodaya school in Samba. 2 suspects in combat dress were seen by locals yesterday night near the school. Meanwhile, joint search operations have been launched by Jammu and Kashmir Police and the Indian Army. These, of course, the latest updates coming in. Ajay Jandial is joining us for more on this story. Ajay, what's the latest from Samba you can share with us?
Yes, security forces, they have launched a massive search operation in Nat area of Samba, which is adjoining to the, Navodaya Vidyalaya. According to information, some suspected movement was spotted over there, and local, they reported this to the police that they have seen some 2 persons over there, those who were in the combat dress, and immediately after this information came to the security forces, they launched a massive search and cordon operation in that area, and forces have launched searches to ensure that if any suspect or any terrorist is there, they have to be nabbed or neutralized as soon as possible, because Samba district is a border district, and we have seen in the past as well that number of times terrorist movement was spotted there. 2 encounters took place, one in Hiranagar and one in upper reaches of Kathua in Bilawar and in Sanyal border area as well. So there are possibilities that somebody could have infiltrated from across to this side of Samba district. So that's why authorities are ensuring that if anything is there, that has to be traced and neutralized as soon as possible. And especially ahead of Amarnath Yatra, security forces, they don't want to take any chance. So that's why this operation is going on over there.
Ajay, thank you for joining us with those details. A Pakistani citizen residing in Canada has been extradited to the United States to face terrorism charges as confirmed by the FBI. Mohammad Shahzab Khan is accused of plotting a mass shooting at a Jewish center in Brooklyn in support to the Islamic State, with plans to carry out the attack on October 7th anniversary of the 2023 Hamas assault on Israel. FBI Chief Kash Patel announced the extradition, stating he's now arrived in the US and will face American justice. Madhav Nalapat, editorial director of the Sunday Guardian, is with us on this big story. Big success for the US in their fight against terror. Madhav Nalapat.
Well, the point of the matter is that it's not just a success for the US, it's success for India, for a simple reason that we have been constantly saying that Pakistan is terroristan, and this is a further evidence of that. So I think it's a big success for the fact that a lot of these dossiers have been privately supplied by India. I mean, I don't know which and what not. A lot of information about what's going on in Pakistan. And I think that would have been quite helpful in the process of convincing the Canadians. Canadians are not very easily convinced about these matters. I mean, Kanishka is an example. But here, of course, the US is involved, so it's a bit different from India. But even then, the fact is that a Pakistani citizen. So you see that, and the problem is today is not just a question of Pakistan. Pakistan has been supercharged by China. China is using Pakistan for all kinds of activities in different parts of the world, especially in the Muslim communities, in different parts of the world, subcontinental communities, and as a result, Saudi Arabia is the latest Gulf country to ban visas for Pakistani nationals to enter Saudi Arabia.
Madhav Nalapat, appreciate you joining us with your perspective on that story. On that note, slipping into a short break.